Hi everyone, I'm just working on the raglan and I'm showing you how to work row 3 of the neckline. So we've done the band, and just so that you're really clear on increasing each round, I'm just finishing off row 2. So the last thing I did was, for my size, was 26 half double crochets, slip stitch into the first half double, slip stitch into the chain space, chain 1 and turn so that you're now facing the right side, the outward facing side of your garment. The next thing to do is, for my size, which is a small, is 28 half double crochets. You need to make sure your first stitch is always this first little one here. Okay, so that's the first thing to make sure of. It's a bit tight, that one. Sometimes looking through a lens is a little harder than others. So I'm going to do my 28 and I'll meet you back at the next. I'll do 28 and I'll meet you, where will I meet you? At the little chain space. Just done my 27, going to work my 28th half double crochet, and then I've reached the previous row's chain space, which is just here. Looks quite small there, but that's a little V-stitch there. Then we work our V-stitch directly into the chain space. So one half double, one chain, and another half double. The next thing you need to do is your starting stitch has to be in this first stitch here, which means you work it into the first little hole there. You actually almost move the V-stitch over to squeeze it into that space. Okay, now feel free to message me if you're doing it a slightly different way, but this is how I do it to fit in the right amount each time, and hoping this is quite normal. So that's number 1. You're then going to work your next 10, I think, to get 11 to the next one. So, and that way, so each time you go up by 2. So the previous row was 9 for this section. This section for this row, for row 3, is 11. 2 more than 9. And the reason it's gone up by 2 is because you count a part of the V. So you're counting, it's time for your V, and you actually count this first half double in the previous section. So I'll finish off my V with a chain and another. So I just finished that section across, where on top of the 9 we previously did, we now should have 11, so 2 more. So you don't count the V, the V's by itself. The next one in you count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you're not counting this V either. Alright, so just once again, starting on the next section, make sure your first half double crochet is into this little stitch here. Okay, you don't count the V when you're counting for the stitch count, but you do make sure you start in that one and then keep going for the rest of the section. Okay, hope that's a little bit clearer.